Hey guys, it's Ro. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different and I apologize in advance. I'm making another terrible video because I have terrible news. After my dad passed away a few months later, my dog Cookie passed away. It's still pretty fresh. This is really new. A few things. I wanted and didn't want to make a video because doing it again just feels like reliving losing my dad, but also I think it's really important because I shared that she passed on my Instagram and Twitter, and that's a way that I can communicate with you guys. But I do realize that there's a bunch of you who have been a part of this community and have been watching this channel for so many years, almost a decade, and you don't use those social media platforms, so you may have not heard the news. And I just think that it's the right thing to do to share and update with you guys about what happened. I'm just also trying to process grief and mourn at the same time, but I also think it's important. And I also think the more that we talk and communicate and we share about things going on in our lives, especially when it relates to health and medical things, the better we are off all together, learning from each other's experiences. So that's really something that I'm taking away from all of this. And also, sometimes you just get unlucky. You know, bad stuff happens and you have to learn how to deal with it and keep going. So I want to talk a little bit about what happened to Cookie. One morning I woke up and she didn't want to eat breakfast. I knew it was a red flag, and we took her to the vet immediately. And the vet said if she's just skipped a meal, you know, she could stand to lose probably 3 or 4 pounds, so it's not a big deal to keep an eye on it. But I insisted and I said, I know my dog. We spend every second together. We are inseparable, and I know that there's something wrong. Because some dogs do lose their appetite here and there, but Cookie, even when she was feeling her worst, she had to have like a little growth removed, which was benign, thank goodness. But even then, she was like, dinner? Nom, 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 nom. You know, she just loved food so much. So for her not to eat, I knew in my bones there was something wrong. So I insisted that we run all the tests. We did a stool sample, a urine sample, and a blood test that tested everything. I said, test everything. There is something wrong. And we went back home and we waited for the next day for the blood results to come in. And during that time, she was a little bit more sleepy than normal. She takes a lot of puppy naps, but she was really lethargic. She was really sleepy. She was drinking more water. She was going to the bathroom more, and it just didn't feel right. And in the morning, I got a call from the vet, and she said, yeah, her levels, her numbers for her kidneys are really high. You need to take her to the ER. And I did. I took her immediately. I dropped everything, canceled everything. I took her immediately to the ER, and we just waited until they could see us. And we were so lucky because there aren't many animal hospitals that exist like this that are in our area. This really is an animal hospital that has emergency specialists. They even have IM, internal medicine doctors there for animals. It was the best place she could go and get treated, and they quickly identified what was going on. She had kidney disease. The doctors and vets still to this day do not know whether her kidney disease was chronic or short term. We don't know why it happened, what caused it. There wasn't any indication to tell us what happened, but it was just dealing with it. Now, when she first went in, she stayed overnight for them to monitor her and to give her fluids to really help those kidneys. Unfortunately, the thing about kidney disease that I've learned is that when dogs, and people for that matter, like my dad, start showing signs of kidney failure, which is drinking more water, going to the bathroom more frequently, losing their appetite, throwing up. By the time they're showing those signs, they've already lost 70 to 80% of kidney function. Kidneys don't reheal, unlike the liver or other organs that we have. The liver is an amazing organ. That's another story time conversation for another day. I'm learning a lot of things medically because of my times in hospitals. Not that I've wanted to learn these things, but I'm really learning a lot about the body. At this point, there was still a big chance that Cookie could have a very happy and healthy dog life with daily medication and a daily IV at home, and maybe even they have dog dialysis once a week. The potential for Cookie to have a very happy life was still on the table. But